Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Volunteer Field for what could be the final game of the 2021 Lynn City Series Little League Tournament. East Lynn, the home team, with Braden Honesian warming up, pitching for them. They need a win to repeat. East Lynn could win it back-to-back if they win this game. If they lose this game, playing against Pine Hill, the two teams will meet again tomorrow in a winner-take-all championship game. For Pine Hill, it will be Jackson Barrett, the shortstop, leading off. Riley Driscoll will catch and bat second. Hitting third and playing first, Elijah Morin, who had a great night on the mound yesterday. Mason Palladino, the pitcher, hits cleanup. Ryan Boyston, the center fielder, hits number 5. Shea Paul, the right fielder, hits number 6. Batting 7th and playing third base, Alphonse Williamson. Janzel Pimentel, the second baseman, hits number 8. And Jordan McLeod, the left fielder, will hit number 9. Coach Driscoll leads the way for the Pine Hill Braves. And Coach Onesian for the East Lynn Padres. Hit up the middle. Very nice play by the shortstop. Mark Walsh went to his left. That looked like a base hit up the middle. He takes the hit away from Barrett. He went to his left, right over the second base bag. Good strong throw over to Braden Curley, and they get Barrett. The play goes 6-3 for the out. Very nice defensive play. We mentioned Coach Driscoll. This is his son, Riley, the catcher, and of course, Onesian's son, coach of East Lynn, is on the mound. I know Braves staying alive. They lost they were shut out first game of the tournament. They won 2 in a row. They beat Lynn Shore, and then they got a little revenge, a little payback. They knocked off West Lynn yesterday. West Lynn was the team that beat them opening night. Strike 3 call, good pitch. Elijah Moore, and we mentioned he pitched a heck of a game yesterday as they defeated West Lynn. Down the way for a ball. Colin Hart is the other part of the batter. He's the catcher for East Lynn. Swing and a miss. Morin is the first baseman in tonight's game. Hit back to the mound. Honesian, who plays shortstop when he's not pitching, being the infielder, handled that play nicely. A 1-2-3 inning. Three up, 3 down. So the East Lynn Padres will get a chance to get on the board first. It'll be Braden Curley, the first baseman, leading off. The pitcher, Braden Honesian, will bat second. The shortstop who made that nice play in the top of this inning, Mark Walsh, will bat third. Catching and batting fourth, Colin Hart. The third baseman, Gavin Collins, will hit number 5. Batting sixth and playing left field, Jeremiah Barahona. Wagner Perez will bat 7th and play center field. Hitting 8th and playing second base, Andrew Lang. And picking up the tail end of the batting order out in right field, batting 9th, is Jalen Santos. We have Jacob Morin, who's a sub for the Pine Hill Braves, and Derek Corderall, the sub for East Lynn. So Mason Palladino on the mound for Pine Hill. They're looking to stay alive. They lost the first game of the tournament. They've won 2 in a row. East Lynn, obviously the only undefeated team. They're 2-0. Westland was the other team that had 2 wins, but that was because they had to play an extra game in the opening round because there were 5 teams. Wyoming drew a bye. So Braden Curley will lead it off for East Lynn.
Leading off for East Lynn, number 2, Braden Curley.
In for a strike, I mentioned before, 1951. I know because I was there. The start of Little League in Lynn. Popped up behind first base, backing up into right field, short right field, is the first baseman Elijah Morin making the play. The first year had East Lynn, West Lynn. There was no city series. There was a Jimmy Fund game at Frazier Field on the Big Diamond. And I was blessed to pitch that game. Ed Shub was our manager. Kenny Hutton, Marvin Kopelnik, Mickey Wachowski, Jake Reynolds, all teammates. Popped up again to first base. 2 quick putouts by Elijah Morin. It developed from 1951, went to 7 leagues. The 5 that are playing in this tournament, there were 2 West Lynn teams. One of them has since folded, and there was a Central Little League that started very late. Hit in the air to center field. Had it, couldn't hold on to it. Mark Walsh will reach on the error. Ryan Boyson did a nice job. He had to reach across his body. He moved over to left center field to get a glove on it, but couldn't hold on. Colin Hart, the catcher, will be the hitter. So now they're down. They went from 2 to 7, and now down to 5. Off to catch his glove. That'll move the runner over to second base, high and away the pitch. So East Lynn has the first runner in scoring position with the error and the wild pitch. High and tight for ball 2. In for a strike. Obviously back then with a lot of leagues, not many teams have progressed. Hit into left field for a base hit. East Lynn's going to get on the board. Sliding into second with a double is Colin Hart. He got all of that one, drilled it right by the third base bag. And East Lynn dents the scoreboard first. Well, we had one outstanding team from East Lynn that went all the way to Rhode Island, and they were a game away from going to Williamsport. And their best pitcher, Mr. Jarvis, who was unhittable, won every game he pitched, I think. He got sick, and he couldn't play. And Eastland wound up losing that game, and the season ended one game away from Williamsport. Three and 0 to Gavin Collins, the third baseman. In for a strike. In for strike two. Palladino trying to come all the way back. He was behind. 3 and 0. Down the way, the runner takes off for third, safe with a stolen base. So the walk extends the inning for Jeremiah Barahona. He's the left fielder. I'm not sure what Coach Driscoll was questioning. In for a strike. Collins scooted over to second base, so now it's second and third with 2 outs. It goes to the backstop, but nobody's going anywhere. By the time they realized that it went by, it was too late to try and score. 1-1 the count to the Eastland left fielder, Barahona. Up and away for a ball. Wide for a ball. Way up and in. Back-to-back walks. After the RBI double by Hart. 1 run in, the base is loaded for Wagner Perez, the center fielder. Had a duck under. That pitch was way inside. Foul tip held on to by the catcher Driscoll. One the count. That one hit him on the foot, and that's going to be an RBI. So the 2 walks extended the inning, but the error is the one that really extended the inning. Palladino should have been out of this. Andrew Lang, the second baseman, is the 8th hitter in the inning. Bases are still loaded with 2 outs. It's now 2-0. Palladino got 2 quick pop-ups for the first baseman. The fly ball to the outfield was dropped. Can't make the play. And now the runner is going to score. They held the ball. Second error in the inning. Palladino deserves a better fate. It's 4-0 East Lynn, and he should have been out of the inning without any runs scored. Jalen Santos is the 9th hitter they've batted around. In for a strike. 2-1 now with 2 outs. Two quick strikes. Low in the dirt. Nice stop by Driscoll. I think the runner at first thought the runner at second was going to go. He got way off the bag, and Driscoll threw it over, and they picked him off. Driscoll was running to force the runner back at second, and the runner at first got way off the bag, and they threw it over to first and picked him off. It ends the inning, but 2 big errors helped East Lynn score 4 unearned runs. And at the end of 1 inning, East Lynn 4, Pine Hill nothing. The pitcher, Mason Palladino, will lead it off for Pine Hill, and he's going to be shaking his head. The first error was a fly ball in the outfield that was dropped. It would have been the 3rd out. And then a ground ball the second. And on that play, they held the ball a little too long. The runner from 3rd scooted home. In for a strike. So 4 big runs on 1 base hit. Two walks and a hit batsman in the inning, and both walks scored. One of the errors scored, and the other error brought a run in. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Brian Boyson, the center fielder, will be the hitter. Popped up. First baseman Curley makes the play. 1 pitch for the second out. Shea Paul, the right fielder, will be the hitter. Hit in the air, it's going to drop for a base hit. Long run for the shortstop, Walsh. Dropped behind him and in front of the center fielder. So Honesian had retired 5 in a row before giving up the base hit to Paul. And Alphonse Wilhelmsen, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Chase that high pitch. And I've mentioned so many times, these young kids love that high pitch. That one hit the backstop on the fly. Paul's in scoring position at second base. Swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. Hit on the ground to first base. Going to his right. Curley makes his second play in the inning. So they get a base hit and a runner as far as second base. But that's all she wrote as Pine Hill is down in the second inning. Still trailing 4-0. Yo. You need these? Take it.
I appreciate it.
Who's
east, who's west? Who's east, who's west? Pine Hill, Eastland. Gotcha.
We'll start at the bottom of the second inning with that 4-0 lead for East Lynn. And as I've been doing every game, I want to shout out a very big congratulations, thank you, and a great job done by all the leagues. West Lynn, Wyoming, Lynn Shore, these two, East Lynn and Pine Hill, all the people that did yeoman work to have another successful Little League season, get these kids busy during the summer. So much work to be done, as you can mention, with COVID and all the rain we've had, it's extremely difficult. But a lot of work by a lot of people, getting the fields in shape, coaching the kids, making sure everything is set for games, equipment, all the people running the concession stands, when they went out, if they went out and, canned or try to raise money to keep the leagues going, all the people, so many people getting involved and so many people helping out. They all deserve a big round of applause, and they don't get anywhere near the attention they deserve. You don't read about the people behind the scenes. You don't really read about the Little League kids until this tournament comes up, or the Williamsport tournament. Eastland has the top of the order again. They batted around in the first inning. Braden Curley popped up to the first baseman. Excuse me, this is Jalen Santos. I forgot the runner got picked off at first base. They had 8 hitters. Santos was up, and he's back up because he didn't get to hit. They picked the runner off at first base. So it's Jalen Santos, and then it's the top of the order. But 2 big errors. Cost the Pine Hill Braves 4 runs. Way inside. Third walk given up by Palladino. The other 2 have scored. Braden Curley popped up to the first baseman. His one trip. Pops the bunt up. Driscoll had a shot at it. Kind of shot hopped it going down the first baseline. And it went foul before he touched it. Nice stop by Driscoll on a pitch in the dirt. Hit foul off the backstop. Count goes 1-2 to the Eastland first baseman. We mentioned Eastland trying to make it back-to-back championships. That's why we're playing here at Volunteer Field. I was waiting to see if they call it a foul ball. He can't run. Normally he could run if the ball's not caught, but there's a runner at first base, so he can't run. So it's a swinging strikeout. First strikeout for Palladino. Hit to short. They make the play at second. Nice job by Barrett, the shortstop, making the play himself. So 2 away with a runner at first. Mark Walsh rips it into center field for a base hit. Scooting over to third is Onesian. So Walsh is on for the second time. First and third. Walsh was in the first inning, hit that fly ball that was dropped and extended the inning, and really extended the inning with 2 walks, a hit batsman, and another error, amounting to 4 runs and giving Eastland the big lead. So 2 outs, first and third for Colin Hart, who got the double, knocking in the run, the first run, and then scored the second run. Swing and a miss. 2 walks and a hit batsman in the first inning. The 2 walks scored. The hit batsman forced in a run, coming with the bases loaded. In for a strike. He ducked away like it was high and tight. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hit to third. Nice play. Williamson, the third baseman, over to Mormon, the first baseman. So they threaten Eastland, but they don't score. They leave runners at first and third. But we've played 2. Eastland holding on to that 4-0 lead over Pine Hill. Jansel Pimentel, the second baseman, will lead it off. 8-9-1 for Pine Hill. They have to start generating some offense. Wide for a ball. Started to pull the trigger, tried to hold up, but couldn't. He went through with the swing. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Strike 3 called. Jordan McLeod. And for you people at home, I haven't mentioned this before, but I should have mentioned it. This is not. These are not all stars from East Lynn, or not all stars from Pine Hill. These are the teams that play during the season and win the league. So they're not all 12-year-olds. They could be 11. They could be 10. They vary in ages, and obviously they vary in athleticism because they haven't been playing a long time, some of them. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the third inning. So they do a good job competing in their league, and now they come and compete against the other leagues. Swing and a miss. This is Jackson Barrett, who grounded out, shot to first. Mark Walsh, the shortstop, made a very nice play on a ball that was hit over second base. Looked like a base hit. He hustles in. The ball was bobbled out in the outfield, so he kept going. And for the second inning in a row, Pine Hill gets a runner in scoring position. The ball was not fielded cleanly out in the outfield. And Barrett kept going, got to second base. Riley Driscoll, the catcher. Hit in the air to left field. Backing up, coming on. Lost his hat. But Barahona makes the play. Driscoll hit it well. But Barahona started to go back, then had to come on quickly. Losing his hat didn't bother him. He still made the play. So for the second inning in a row, Pine Hill gets a runner to second base with 2 outs, and they leave him there. So the error in the outfield didn't hurt, allowing the runner to get to second base. He was left there. And we'll move into the bottom of the third with East Lynn still holding on to that 4-0 cushion. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for East Lynn. Gavin Collins, Jeremiah Barahona, Wagner Perez. This is virtually my baptism. I see all these kids when we do the Williamsport tournament, the Little League tournament. We used to do the Gallant tournament every year, but now they've canceled that one. Hopefully they'll bring that tournament back. And I get to know these kids through these games, and I get to follow them. From here to Pop Warner to Babe Ruth to high school. They're almost like family. And I get to know their families as well. Gavin Collins drew a walk and scored in the first inning. Missing inside for a ball. Low for a ball. Missing inside again, ball 3. And on 4 pitches, Collins draws his second walk. 4 walks given up by Palladino. 2 of them have scored. He's also hit a batter that forced in a run. And the pitch goes to the backstop. And Collins will wind up at second base. Jeremiah Barahona off to catch his glove. They don't go anywhere. Now they're going to go because they threw the ball away. So, and he's going to keep going. And he's going to score. Collins hesitated. Didn't go. The throw out into left field. Third error by Pine Hill. And it gives, all the errors have resulted in runs. Popped up. Third baseman Williamson makes the call, makes the catch.
Number 12, Wagner, Perez.
4 walks, 3 of them have scored. And errors have been the cause of everything here. 4 unearned runs in the first inning. Now an unearned run here. On the inside corner for strike 2. Wagner Perez hasn't been up officially, but he's got an RBI. He got hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Foul tip held on to by Driscoll. Second strikeout by Palladino. Andrew Lang reached on an error, and the error scored a run.
Now batting, number 18, Andrew Lang.
He hit a ground ball to second base. Nice play by the shortstop again. Jackson Barrett. That was like a grass cutter, just slow moving towards shortstop. He got it, made a good strong throw over to Morin. So Eastland pads their lead thanks to another error, third error in the game.
Pine Hill, 12 in the inning for a total of 57.
We finished 3. Eastland leading Pine Hill 5-0. Elijah Morin, the first baseman, takes it wide for a ball. He bounced to the pitcher back in the first inning. Pine Hill has 2 base hits off Palladino. There are only 2 base runners, both of them coming with 2 outs. This one comes with 1 out, and he get into second base. Again, the ball bobbled in the outfield. Bobbled just enough that he kept going. He winds up at second base. They almost threw him out. Mason Palladino, the pitcher, can help get his team on the board with a runner at second base. Third time they've had a runner at second. Third straight inning. This is the first time they've had it with nobody out. Both times it was with 2 outs. Thought about it, just held up. Hit to second base. Lang to Curley for the out. Moran's the first Pine Hill runner to reach third, does it with one out. Brian Boyson, the center fielder, popped to the first baseman. Back in the second inning. Squared like he was going to bunt, took the pitch high and away. In for a strike. First baseman Curley can almost shake hands with the hitter. He's charging. They get the bunt down. They look the runner back, but he's going to score. So Moran gets Pine Hill on the board. Hit to second base. Another nice play. Lang makes his second play. Pine Hill gets on the board, but they still got a lot of work to do. They get 2 shots left. They trail 5-1. So the leadoff hit. The error allowed him to get to second base. And then the bunt that was thrown out at first got him in. So the error helped get the run in. Errors have been big for both teams, especially for East Lynn, with Pine Hill making 2 big ones in the first inning for 4 earned runs and making another one in the third inning, getting them their 5th run. So all 5 runs have been unearned, but they'll take them. Derek Quaterall, who went into play center field actually, but he replaced the right fielder Santos, up for the first time. Chopped foul behind home plate. So 9-1-2. Line shot, he got out in front a little too far and pulled it foul. Solid shot, but just pushed it. Down away for a ball. Hit foul again. Count stays 1-2. Up and away for a ball. Count evens at 2. So Palladino was ahead of Quarterall. Now he's got to come in with a pitch. He'll put him on. Swing and a miss. He gets him.
Number 2, Braden Curley.
Third strikeout for Palladino. Brendan Curley has popped to first and struck out swinging. That was the first pitch. He hit foul, and the board says 3-2. Way inside for a ball. 1-1 the count to the East Lynn first baseman. Hit off the third baseman's glove. Curley will reach on the hit. Hard shot. Williamson had to go to his left. He stopped it from going in the outfield.
Number 1, Braden Onesian.
Braden Onesian popped to first. Reached on the fielder's choice. They throw down to first behind the runner. Curley gets back. High for a ball. The runner takes off. Out at second base. Now they stay safe. He called him out. I'm not sure why he called him safe, unless he dropped the ball. He called him out. Very vociferously. Off the third baseman's glove. Vieira is going to put 2 on. Second inning was the only clean inning for Pine Hill. They made at least one error in the other 3. Popped up. Long run. It's going to bounce in for a hit. They had to hold up to see if the ball would be caught. Honesian just slid into second base safely. So the bases are loaded with 1 out. For Colin Hart, who doubled in a run and scored and grounded out third to first. And again, Coach Driscoll is out talking to the plate umpire, or one of the coaches. I don't know if it's Coach Driscoll. Now there'll be a discussion. I don't know if they may have been looking for an infield fly. Even though it's in the outfield, it can still be an infield fly if somebody is in position to make the catch. And there was nobody in position to make the catch. They talked it over and the play stands, so it's 3 on with 1 out. Hit off the third baseman's glove. He could have stepped on third for the out. I don't know what they call it. No, they scored. It's a fielder's choice. And an RBI for Hart. The bases are still loaded now, and it's 6-1. I didn't see the sign by the umpire. I was waiting to see what the board said, and they put it up 6-1. hit the shot out at first base. Another nice play by the shortstop, Barrett. Collins gets an RBI. So second and third with 2 outs. That took a wicked hop off the second baseman. 2 runs are going to score. Now they throw it away. So Barahona gets a base hit and a couple of RBI. Second error in the inning moves Barahona over to second. It's now I got it as 9-1. The board says 8-1. Swing and a miss. They've scored 4 runs in the inning. Swing and a miss for strike 2. This is Wagner Perez will get hit by a pitch, getting an RBI and struck out swinging. Nice stop by Driscoll on a pitch in the dirt. And that's strike 3. So it's for the second time in the game. East Lynn sends 8 hitters to the plate. 4 of them score. We finished 4 here in this championship 2021 City Series final. East Lynn leading Pine Hill 9-1. We'll start the 5th inning. They've rotated a few people for East Lynn. Braden Curley was the first baseman. He's now the catcher. Mark Walsh, the shortstop, is now the pitcher. Colin Hard, who was the catcher, is now the third baseman. Alphonse Williamson gets thrown out by Colin Hart. Onesian is still the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Chancel Pimentel was a strikeout victim. And the board just caught up with me. The board's now got 9-1. Chased that pitch that was way up over his head, and it's 0-2 again. They love that high pitch. High for a ball. Call third strike. Five strikeouts for Honesian. In for a strike. Hit in the air behind first base, long run. Foul ball. This is Jordan McLeod, who was a strikeout victim. Here's one trip. Call third strike. Second 1-2-3 inning in the ball game for Onesian. Pine Hill is down to their last 3 outs.
Eastland had
3 singles is all that
total of 51.
Onesian has given up. Two of them coming with 2 outs. The other one led off an inning and scored the 1 run. So Palladino's going to go to shortstop as he's reached the pitch limit. Jackson Barrett will be the new pitcher for Pine Hill. And Eastland is 3 outs away from making it 2 City Series championships in a row. And Pine Hill is going to need a mammoth 6th inning to get back in this one.
Now pitching for Pine Hill, number 5, Jackson Barrett.
Eight, 9, and 1. For Eastland, Andrew Lang, Derek Corderal, and then back to the top of the order, Braden Curley. So they got 4 in the first, all unearned, with 2 big errors that could have ended the inning. They got 1 in the third, an errant throw, brought in the unearned run. And they got 4 more in the 4th inning, and 2 more errors. Were big, helping Eastland score their runs.
Number 18, Andrew Lang.
So Andrew Lang, he reached on an error, grounded out short to first. That one goes to the backstop for ball 1. Hit foul off the backstop. 1-1 the count. Way wide for a ball. So Palladino went 4, deserved a better fate. He's going to take the loss. But boy, the loss should go to the defense. They made 5 big errors. The game should be a lot closer. Way up hitting the backstop on the fly. Count goes full. And it's ball 4.
There you go, Drew. Good eye, buddy.
Derek
Now batting, number 5, Derek
Corderal was a strikeout victim his 1 trip. He came in and played center field. Before striking out, he hit a couple of shots foul past third base.
Good job, Drew.
Wide again for ball 2. Missing again for ball 3. Palladino walked 4. 3 of them scored. But 3 of them scored because the innings were extended due to errors. And now Eastland threatening to end this game through the mercy rule. They got the winning runs on base. If the 2 runners on base score, this game is over. Braden Curley has popped up, struck out, singled, and scored. He started a 4-run uprising in the 4th inning. Hit foul out of play over the Eastland dugout. Way down and away. 2-1 the count. Foul to the backstop. Hit foul to the backstop again. Count evens at 2. Two walks to start the inning. Took a long look at that pitch, made sure it was down and away, and the count goes full. So Barrett's got to come in with the pitch or load the bases on walks. And 3 walks in a row. Eastland's a lot closer to ending this game. Braden Onesian, the pitcher, can end it, and he's going to get the win, leading 9-1. He could end it here and give himself an easier win. He has popped up, reached in the fielder's choice, reached on an error, and scored. So he's been on base twice. Hit foul off the screen. Quickly 0-2. Way wide for a ball. 3 on, nobody out. Eastland threatening to end it in 5 innings. Way wide again. The count evens at 2. Three straight walks have loaded the bases. Hit in a right field for a base hit. The 2 runs are going to score, and that's going to be the difference. Onesian gets the base hit. Great way for the pitcher to end the game. They get the word that that's the mercy rule. So it's the pitcher, Onesian, who does a great job on the mound, giving up 1 unearned run and only 3 base hits. He gets the big hit with the bases loaded. 3 straight walks. The base hit, the first earned runs. East Lynn does it. They make it 2 in a row. They defend their City Series championship, which means 2022, the City Series will be right back here at Volunteer Field. They got all they needed in the first inning. After 2 outs, Mark Walsh's fly ball was dropped in the outfield. Would have been the 3rd out. Instead, it started a 4-run inning. Colin Hart got an RBI double. 1 scored on an error. 1 scored stealing home when the ball was held in the infield. And the other one was scored on a hit batsman. Made it 4-0. They made it 5-0 in the 3rd inning. Collins drew a walk, went to second, a wild pitch. He faked stealing 3rd. They threw it anyway, and they threw it into the outfield, and he scored on the error to make it 5. So the first 5 runs were unearned. They got 4 more runs after Pine Hill got a run in the 4th. Morin got a base hit. It was bobbled in the outfield. The error allowed him to go to second. Went to 3rd, a ground ball, and a bunt. Bush laid a bunt down for a hit, but was thrown out at first. Got the RBI. Morin scored the lone run. And then East Lynn poured it on in the 4th. After an out, Curly single stole second. Onesian reached on an error. Walsh got a single. A force out got Hart an RBI. A ground out by Collins got him an RBI. And Barahona got a 2 RBI single. The runs were unearned because there were 2 more errors in the inning. But it made it 9-1. And then in the 5th inning, 3 straight walks to Lang, Corderall, and Curley loaded the bases. And Onesian drilled the single, bringing in 2 runs to make it 11-1. And the mercy rule kicked in. So for Pine Hill, Barrett had a base hit. Morin had a base hit. Paul got a base hit. Morin scored the only run. Boyson got the RBI with the bunt, and that was the only run they scored. For Lynn Shore, Curley had a hit and a walk, scored a run. Onesian was on base 3 times. A fielder's choice, an error. The big single to knock in the 2 winning runs. He also scored a run. Colin Hart had a double, a fielder's choice, knocked in 2, scored a run. Gavin Collins had 2 walks, scored 2, had a fielder's choice RBI. Jeremiah Barahona was on base twice, a walk, a single, scored once, knocked in 2. Wagner Perez got hit by a pitch, getting an RBI. Andrew Lang drew a walk and scored a run. Jalen Santos drew a walk, and Derek Corderall drew a walk and scored the winning run. So East Lynn gets it done. Onesian went 5 innings, gave up only 3 base hits, struck out 6, didn't walk a batter, and pitched a masterpiece and got the base hit, knocking in the 2 winning runs to cinch it, as they'll pass the hardware for the 2nd straight time over to East Lynn. As I mentioned, they'll be back here at Volunteer Park again next year for the 2022 City Series. Congratulations to Pine Hill. They fought their way out of the losers bracket. They gave themselves a shot, but they ran into a very good team, and it was errors galore that helped East Lynn win this game and stop Pine Hill from forcing an, if necessary, game tomorrow. So the 2021 City Series is in the books. East Lynn makes it 2 straight. They win it, mercy rule, 11-1 in 5 innings. And once again, congratulations to all 5 leagues: Lynn Shore, Wyoming, West Lynn, East Lynn, Pine Hill, and all of the many, many workers who did an awful lot of work making sure that this season was a success, and it was another great year for Little League in the city of Lynn. A lot of people did an awful lot of work, And again, getting the fields ready, making sure the uniforms are all set, getting the equipment, running the scoreboard, announcing, doing the concession stands. So many people, and with all the weather and the COVID, it was very difficult trying to keep the fields in shape, and everybody did that. I live close to here, and I would see the Eastland people working on the fields all the time, and I know the other fields did the same as well. So congratulations to everybody who had a part in this 2021 Little League season, and it's Eastland walking away with the championship trophy for the second straight year, 11-1, and a mercy rule in 5 innings over Pine Hill. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.